will discuss later.
At this timing, allow us once again to extend to you our deepest service. Inward way at this time, may we help and may we shine.
Hi.
And a good day to you.
Good day. I'm not as nervous this time as I was last time.
We thank you very much for transforming your nervousness into excitement.
Okay. Very sad that you're not going to be doing this.
Why?
Because,
After what has just been said,
well,
do you not recognize that you are giving birth to yourself and that you have the capacity to connect in by being an equal with us to all the energy that we have at our dispensation and disposal? Do you realize you are not cut off? Do you realize that you are becoming one?
well, you know, having the capacity and being able, but you being there and the key to tuning into that vibration and, like, you know, having your tapes and listening to you all the time, it's like you're a friend at that highest level.
You shall never lose our friendship, and we are not done interacting with all of you. It is simply that we are now commencing a different format. And in many ways, you will understand the wisdom of this, for we have done this with many worlds. We know what we are doing. If you wish, I will put it in the following way. And I do not mean this in the fashion you would call egotistical, but if you are reinforcing to me that you trust who I am, and that is why you are sad to quote-unquote lose that friendship, then understand that the choices we are making in changing the timing must also be something that you trust.
Okay, I do trust that.
Thank you.
Okay, but now
then be of joy that we are now changing, because the change is representative of the changes within you. We do not make these changes arbitrarily. We make them because we see within you the growth and the fact that you do not need us in this way. The idea also is to remember that anything and everything you have always felt from us has actually been your own energy, and now we're giving you an opportunity to understand that you can recreate that feeling anytime, anywhere on your own, because it has always been your own energy that you have felt, not ours directly. We have given you a template to match. We have given you a challenge to identify with. If you have felt our energy, it is because you have matched it, and it means you can match it anytime, any place. So do so. And in that sense, we will be there. But you will be more fully there, and that is more important.
Okay. Now, could I have one little quick
Absolutely.
question? Okay. I wish I had an earlier time that I had asked this, because it doesn't seem like the right night, but it's pending with me, so...
All things are perfect in their timing.
Okay.
Do proceed.
So it's regarding the idea of definitions again?
Yes.
I guess that's what I think.
Definition.
Right. So I always felt that if I understood, like, who you were, like what you really represented, I would really know who I was. It's not easy for me to know who I am, but I figured if I would understand what you were. So anyway, it seems to me that that if everything is definition, then Daryl is defined. I know you say you're Daryl's future self.
'Tis one way of looking at it, yes.
But it seems like you would be a definition in Daryl's consciousness of his higher self, and then as his symbols, you as Bashar are created as Daryl's symbols.
In many ways, that is so. Because understand once again, the reality that your world has always called real, the physical reality, is a particular vibratory wavelength. The vibratory wavelength that your reality has always considered to be unreal is actually the level we exist in. The level of dream, the level of etheric energy is our solid reality. Therefore, we are very intertwined with what you call your imagination, with your archetypal energy. To some degree, this is what we'll be discussing later on this evening of your time. But yes, you have already unveiled a portion of the legacy. We are very much representative of your archetypal stream of consciousness. That does not mean we do not have our own existence. It is simply that your society is beginning to truly understand that what for you has been a fantasy realm is our real, substantial dimension of existence. And that you are now accelerating to meet that dimension of existence where you will, in a sense, become someone else's dream, someone else's fantasy, to their reality, respectively. Yes, I am concocted out of all the ideas of the symbology of the channel's mind. That is how you experience me in your world. At the same time, I have my own existence, and in very many ways, I could say, though it doesn't exactly parallel the way it happens for you, I can also say that I know that you and your civilization are concocted out of my symbology. For in many ways, I know right now that all I am doing is talking to another aspect of myself. Just as you are speaking to another aspect of you. Does this help?
It's great. It's great. Yes, it does.
Thank you very much.
I don't experience unconditional love, but as best as I feel, that's what I'd like to express to you.
Thank you very much. It is felt.
Thank you.
And by the way, the admission in that sense and the owning of anything you feel goes into the creation of it being unconditional. Shooting!
I've never been here before. This is my first experience.
I have never been here before this moment myself either. Everyone is a new person every single second. So, this is the first time for me, first time for you.
Oh,
but that is all right. Speak up and be bold. Everyone is a gift, and we would all love to unwrap you.
Okay. I have a question about my life work. I've just started back to school and started a counseling profession, and I wonder if I'm doing the right thing.
Is it the most exciting thing you can think of to do?
I think it is.
Do you know that it is?
I believe so. I'm getting that feeling, yes.
Then you are doing the thing that is most you. And when you are doing the thing that is most you, what else is there? You understand the idea that we have explained many times to individuals who have interacted with us before is that what you call that assuredness, that knowingness, that excitement, the thing that draws you most strongly, that inspires you most directly, is the signal, is the representative energy of who you are. So when you do the thing that excites you the most, you are fulfilling your purpose to the fullest you possibly can. Excitement, that feeling, that knowingness is the reflection of the infinite, of who you were created to be and who you chose to be, in what way you chose to be that you. So when you act upon the thing that excites you the most, you are absolutely aligned with yourself, and all things shall effortlessly and most abundantly come your way, because that is the interconnectedness of all things. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And it is actually a physics principle. It is not an airy philosophy. When you are aligned with that energy, you flow with creation, and things happen effortlessly. It seems as if something else is controlling everything because your society is used to labeling control as having effort. But when you are really allowing the universe to flow with you, through you, and for you to flow through it, you are absolutely in control, but it doesn't feel like you are because it is absolutely effortless. So thank you for choosing the thing that excites you the most, because it is the same thing as choosing to be who you are. And that is really all you can fully be. We thank you. Does that help you?
Yeah, very much. Thank you very much.
We thank you for your gift and your sharing. Sharing!
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I have a question in regards to some information. I have a question in regards to some information that I'd been studying about a year ago.
All right. Speak up and be bold.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to create a blend and integrate all the information. Well,
I am creating a blend.
I am creating the blend.
Is that your intention?
Yes.
Then say you are doing it. Have some conviction.
Okay, great. I'm doing it.
All right.
And I was wondering if you could give me some focus as to where the connection is. I studied something called the Cosmic Mandate, the Blueprint for Immortality.
All right.
And it's channeled from the Orion energy by a woman by the name of Patricia Rochelle Deagle.
The idea now is that it is representative of some of the first stages, some of the first levels of the transformation of the old Orion negativity into Orion light, into the positive idea, the positive side. It is the laying down of a lighter template, a lighter structure, one far more interchangeable, far more malleable than the older Orion structures used to be. The idea, of course, always, fundamentally for everyone, is to understand that every single ritual and every single methodology is just one more tool, one more way, and if it works for you, by all means enjoy it and use it. If it no longer works for you, or if you change into some other methodology, then go with that and no longer use the ones that don't work for you. It is as simple as that. No other connection really needs to be understood. If it gives you joy, if it helps you grow, if it serves you and helps you serve others in a positive way, use it. If it stops doing that, you have changed. Use something else. But you are connecting into the idea of the changing of the format of the old Orion light into the new Orion light, from dark to light. You understand?
Yes.
Does that help you? Is that sufficient?
Yes, it does.
Are you sure?
Well, no, not really.
All right.
I'm trying to...
Did not think so.
Okay, the universal principles that are behind the blueprint is what I was kind of trying to figure out.
How do they allow you to feel when you use them?
It feels like a very solid foundation.
All right. There is only, in a sense, a few things that describe the solid foundation of existence, those background principles. 1, you exist. That is common for everyone. 2, what you put out is what you get back. That is common for everyone. That's it.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Shooting!
Good day, my unconditionally loving alarm clock.
Oh, thank you very much for being our bell to ring.
Cool. My pleasure. I would like to just share some of the things I'm grateful for that you and your friends have reflected to me. The most important thing to me, I was going to let you guess it, but that would be it, is play. I have to tell you, that is the most important thing that I've gotten from you.
Well, thank you.
And I love it. If I was a kite, you'd cut me loose. It's like, it's too cool. Not too cool. I just, playing and reminding me about my connections with people of the water. I have to thank you for that, too.
We thank you, little kite. And thank you for allowing yourself to be struck by your own electricity.
Quirk? I know what you're up to.
Are we that transparent to you now?
Oh, it's because we love you and because we're part of you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your sharing.
I did have a question.
All right.
Sort of a question.
Sort of. All right.
The dolphins teach us play and unconditional love,
Yes.
and the whales are bigger. Is it just like more of the same? I have a hard time relating to the whales.
All right.
It's so big.
It is because they more represent, while of course still representing the idea of unconditional love, they represent it more in the format of conviction. Understand?
So
Conviction.
it's just like a personal connection.
In other words, they are an absolute statement. You can't ignore them. They cannot hide. They are absolute conviction. They are the higher self, the embodiment of the oversoul of many dolphins. That is a whale. And there are many variations that represent many different ideas of conviction. But basically, that is their basic symbology, conviction.
So they're playfully convicted ones, too.
In a sense, yes. But they can be more serene in certain ways because they also represent the idea of attached detachment. They simply know. And that's it. They just know.
Okay, we'll finish this later. I've been talking to you the last 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, see you.
Shutting.
Goodbye.
Shibai.
Bashar, I wish you to understand my happiness and your enthusiasm.
It is felt. And therefore understood.
I've come to Los Angeles to be a director, producer, cameraman.
All right.
And I'm following this path through many different routes that, however, at the moment I feel fragmented, unfocused.
All right.
And I very much appreciate what you brought to us this evening prior to this moment. And I'd like to ask you a question specifically about my career.
All right.
I'd like to know if you might be able to direct me to people or specific direction in the industry that might allow me to mature faster through my ambition, to help myself manifest as well as to heal the world through my ideas.
One moment. Do you write?
Yes, but I've had trouble writing. I'm more of a conceptual person, an organizer of ideas.
All right. Then it is our suggestion that you, not in an overly rigidized way, not in an overly structured way, that you organize all the selves you have discovered yourself to be. Put it down. Write a list of the characters the movie you are contains. Write them all down. Write out their biographies. Dialogue yourself. Discover all the yous you are, all the personas, all the reflections you are. List them. Write them out. See them as individuals. Treat them as individuals you have chosen to work directly and equally with, who help you attain your desires, your goals. Respect them in that way. Learn to define all of them. Get them all out on paper, and then learn to be equal with all of them, to respect all of them, to love all of those aspects of yourself unconditionally. See what kind of a team you are first. Then once they are all equal, integrate them into the whole you are. And by doing that, by collapsing in on yourself, you will create the vacuum that will draw all the appropriate other individuals to you. You understand?
Yes, and I'll take your advice.
You do not have to. Just a suggestion. But we perceive it can be very powerful for you. For it will truly allow you a clarity of definition of to who you are. And therefore, once you are clear on the definition of who you are, other individuals that you need to work with will then find it much easier to find you. Because you will be making a stronger statement as to who you are, and there will be no question about who you need to attract and who needs to attract you. All right?
Sounds very clear-cut to me.
Action.
Beats action.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Shooting.
Bashar,
Good day to you.
good day to you.
Speak up so that all may share.
Honesty.
Honesty.
The only way I can express it is you say that you're a reflection of us
Yes.
to ourselves.
Yes.
I'm having a very hard time not hiding from myself.
All right. What do you feel that you are hiding from? What is it about yourself you feel the need to hide from? Can you define it for us?
No.
Will you, as you say, try?
This is the quote-unquote problem.
The quote-unquote problem. You mean the problem is even discovering what it is
Yes.
you are hiding from?
Yes.
All right. May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Thank you very much. If you are not aware of what it is you are hiding from, why do you assume there is something?
I feel the energy of pushing something down. I don't know how to express it except it's like something
All right.
comes up and I push it away.
All right, but do you remember that all feelings are reactions to beliefs?
Yes.
Then if you believe there is something there, how can you help but feel there is something there?
Okay.
Would you prefer to believe there is nothing
Yes.
that is there?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Can you act as if that is so? All right, one moment. Let me rephrase that just to make it a little bit easier. Can you imagine what it might be like to act as if?
Yes.
that were so.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Then imagine it. Imagine it now. Imagine how you would be if you believed there were no such portion that you would be hiding from. How would you be? How would you be different than you are now?
Free.
In what way free? How would you express it free? Can you define or describe a difference in an action you are doing now and an action you would be doing then?
Now at this moment or now?
First define how you act now with the idea that you are hiding from something, and then imagine the difference in how you would act if you no longer believe that there was something to hide from. Pick a particular scenario and define for us how you would act. Both in believing there is something to hide from and then in acting in a way that you know there is nothing that you have to hide from.
Whew.
What would the difference be? How would you recognize the difference? How would you know you were no longer hiding from something? How would you recognize it in yourself? What would you see yourself doing that would give it away, that you are no longer hiding from yourself?
I wouldn't be afraid of people.
Of people. Define people.
In
What are people?
relationships. In
Relationships, yes.
Yes. I would just sense the release and the flow of the energy.
Release and flow, you mean the share, the
Yes,
exchange?
yes.
All right. Now, you obviously have some concept
Yes.
of what that ought to be like.
Yes.
All right. Why not simply act in the manner of your strongest and clearest concept of what that would be like? And let everything else take care of itself as a detail.
So, okay, I am doing that now more and more.
Oh, all right.
So that I will go with that and not worry about
All right.
the way I have thought of the problems.
So you are saying that you have changed in a
Yes,
positive
yes,
direction.
yes.
All right. Can you now relate, make a comparison, as you say, to the idea of the way you used to be to the way you are now? In other words, do you remember the way you used to be as opposed to how you are now? Did you used to be more fearful?
Yes.
All right.
Extremely.
All right. So, focus on the difference now. Focus on the amount of change you have undergone from then till now. Have you got that?
Yes.
Now, project that. Project the same amount of change from now until some undetermined amount of time when you will be yet again that much more different. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. Can you see the you will wind up being? If you apply the same amount of change to yourself now, can you envision, can you
Yes.
feel the you will be?
Yes.
All right. Can you feel it right now?
Yes.
Let yourself immerse in it. Let yourself revel in it. Explore, play for a moment. We will give you that moment. Feel the energy of what it would
Okay.
be like to be that you.
All right.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
All right. How does it feel?
Fantastic.
Then you are that you now. Right now, you are that you.
All right.
Because you are creating that energy now. Now, it's up to you right now to decide whether or not you wish to go back to being the old you were a moment ago, or whether you wish to continue to be the you prefer to be now.
No question.
All right. It is that simple. You can change that easily. Because remember, your persona is only an artificial construct anyway. You, at any given moment, are defining who you wish to be. The decisions you make stick.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Be the you prefer to be. Imagine what it would be like. Let yourself get excited about being that you, and as soon as you find yourself feeling the energy, recognize that you couldn't be feeling that energy if you weren't already that you right now. You cannot feel the energy of someone you're not. Understand?
Yes.
You are that you now. You are that you now. You are that you now. Act in the manner of that you. This you. Right now. The you prefer to be. Act only as this you. Now, if for any reason at all, this you decides, this is important, if for any reason this you decides to momentarily act in the manner of the old you, it will not be you becoming the old you. It will not be you slipping back to the old you. It will be this you deciding to momentarily replay or recreate another idea. But it will be this you doing it, not the old you trying to be the you prefer to be. It will be the you prefer to be momentarily playing out a scenario of an old you no longer prefer.
Got it. I got it.
All right.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Point of view is everything. Point of view is everything. Anything you go through, it's all right to go through it, but go through it from the point of view of the you prefer to be.
Got it.
That's all you have to do.
Simple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shedding.